the decades before the signing of the treaty, Maori society remained largely unchanged. But nothing stays the same forever, and important changes were already occurring. From first contact, Maori were interested in the different skills, goods and ideas that Pākehā brought with them, and there was a new openness to the world outside New Zealand. One of the things the missionaries brought with them was books, and in learning to read and write, Maori were able to access totally new ideas about their world and others. Earlier, from the turn of the century, a number of chiefs had travelled overseas. They went to Australia, North America, Asia, and Europe. It was also a time when a relationship between the British Crown and some chiefs was forming. In 1820, two Ngāpuhi chiefs went to England and met with King George IV. In 1831, at a time of growing lawlessness amongst sailors and escaped convicts from New South Wales, 13 northern chiefs sent a petition to King William IV asking for his formal protection. At this time, there was also growing fears of French annexation of New Zealand. It is thought that it was the perceived threat of the French that led James Busby, who had been appointed as the British resident to New Zealand in 1832, to draw up the Declaration of Independence in 1835. It was initially signed by 34 northern chiefs, with a further 18 chief signatures added through to July 1839. The British government acknowledged the declaration in 1836, but in 1840 Britain saw it as standing in the way of the annexation of New Zealand. It is thought that this is why the chiefs who signed the Declaration of Independence were the first to be called up to sign the Treaty of Waitangi on the 6th of February 1840. Another important impact on New Zealand in the decades before 1840 was trade. Trade was a key reason for why the treaty came about. In the 1830s, New Zealand's high-quality timber was keenly sought after, for boat building in particular. Joint ventures were set up between Maori and Pākehā to export it to Australia and Britain. British traders also wanted flax fibre to make rope for rigging. Britain certainly wanted to protect its trade interests in New Zealand. Māori traders were also prospering selling food like pork and potatoes to the sailors and traders coming ashore. One enterprising Māori farmer, Ngāwiri Taiwhanga, who later signed the treaty, was supplying milk and other dairy products to Kororareka. These changes were important and had a direct bearing on the signing of the treaty. This was because the treaty was a key way Māori believed they could retain control over and take best advantage of their changing world.